Psychology suggests that people who have no friends are often deeply misunderstood, not broken, not antisocial, and not failures. In many cases, their brain is wired in a way that makes conventional social life feel exhausting, superficial, or simply unnecessary. For them, socializing isn't energizing, it's costly. And if you've gone long stretches without friends, there are real psychological mechanisms behind it, not personal defects. First, you have an extremely low tolerance for fake people. If you have few or no friends, you likely struggle to be around inauthentic personalities, people who perform, gossip, manipulate, or constantly adjust their identity to fit the room. Research shows that as self-awareness increases, tolerance for inauthentic behavior drops sharply. You'd rather be alone than sit through empty conversations with someone who is playing a role instead of being honest. Many social circles function on politeness, image management, and unspoken competition. Your mind picks up on subtle inconsistencies, hidden motives, and emotional dishonesty almost immediately. Because of this, you choose distance, not because you hate people, but because you refuse to sacrifice your peace for social approval.
Second, you prioritize depth over numbers in every relationship. People without friends aren't avoiding connection, they're avoiding shallow connection. Studies show that individuals with complex thinking patterns prefer fewer but more meaningful bonds.
They have little patience for small talk, forced friendships, or emotionally draining personalities. Casual conversations about trivial topics feel empty when there's no real presence or curiosity behind them.
If a discussion lacks depth or insight, your interest fades quickly. You connect deeply, and that kind of connection is rare. You want to talk about ideas, psychology, human behavior, personal growth, and what gives life meaning.
Instead of forcing yourself into relationships that feel hollow, you choose solitude until something authentic appears. Third, your brain requires more recovery time after social interaction. Some people naturally have a more sensitive nervous system, which means social environments drain them faster. Psychology refers to this as heightened social sensitivity. After interacting with others, your mind needs extended periods of quiet to reset. This doesn't mean you dislike people. It means your brain processes more information during social contact. You notice tone shifts, emotional undercurrents, body language, and contradictions. While extroverts gain energy from interaction, every conversation costs you mental fuel. You conserve your social energy because it's limited, and once it's depleted, you need real solitude, not distraction, to recover. Fourth, you are highly independent and don't rely on external validation. Many people with no friends don't depend on social approval to feel secure or valuable. Psychology refers to this as low social dependency. You can entertain yourself, think deeply, solve problems alone, and sit with your own thoughts without discomfort. Instead of needing constant stimulation from others, you build a rich inner world. You don't rely on people for motivation, identity, or self-worth. This independence can make you seem distant or hard to read, but it's actually a form of psychological strength. Your standards for friendship are high. You don't allow just anyone access to your inner life. While others collect acquaintances, you choose carefully who earns a place in your world. Fifth, past experiences taught you to be cautious with trust. People with no friends often share one thing in common: experiences that force them to become more selective. Betrayal, emotional neglect, abandonment, or prolonged exposure to the wrong people leave lasting effects on the brain. Psychology shows that once trust is broken, the mind becomes protective by default. You observe longer, listen more, and test consistency over time before letting someone close. You've learned that words mean little without aligned actions. This creates what psychologists call a trust threshold, a higher standard others must meet before being allowed into your personal space. Here's the reality. Having few or no friends doesn't mean something is wrong with you. It means your mind operates differently, with greater awareness, sensitivity, depth and discernment. You experience the world more intensely, think more critically, and tolerate less nonsense. You have a richer inner life, sharper intuition, and stronger self-awareness than most people around you. Sometimes the strongest minds walk alone, not because they can't connect, but because they refuse to settle for connections that cost more than they give.